Today, we are going to look at rubrics in our mini lesson. So first of all, what is a rubric? A rubric is a scoring guide used to evaluate the quality of an open-ended or creative response to a prompt, question, or some type of problem. So why do we use rubrics? Well, a rubric can do many things. It can help us identify and evaluate complex products, behaviors. We can see what reviewers say about certain criteria and standards. They're norm referenced, which means anybody who uses it is thinking about something in the same way. So did the student meet the criteria for level 5 of the rubric? When you look at the rubric, everybody's asking and knows what level 5 is, and they can evaluate in a like mind. Using rubrics can lead to better conversations, better understanding, better communication of ideas. And it's a really helpful way to self-evaluate or look at a problem and really understand, what do I need to be successful? So let's zoom in literally on these rubric examples down here. So this first one has identified the parts of rubrics. So we have our title, and this is our learning outcome. What do we want to come from this rubric, right? We have a definition, and here we have performance levels, all right? So what does it look like when you score differently, all right? And then here we have dimensions or categories, okay? We get to look at this top dimension and go all the way across and see what is required for each performance level. Start at the bottom, go all the way to the top typically, all right? So let's look at this one. We've got an oral presentation rubric: exceptional, admirable, acceptable, amateur. So this one goes in reverse, right? So exceptional is our best evaluation. Amateur is our most work needed evaluation. So the content: an abundance of material, so lots of material. It's clearly related to a thesis. So all the material connects to the thesis or controlling idea. The points are clearly made up and all the evidence supports the thesis. There's a wide variety of used materials. And then when you jump down here, the thesis isn't clear. The information that is included doesn't support the thesis in any way. So we have a scale that says what the very best result looks like and what the result that needs the most work looks like. And then we can look at that for each one of these categories or dimensions. So let's go to how we evaluate and understand a rubric. So first of all, what are the categories in rows? Remember, a row goes across and a column goes up and down. So what are the categories in the rows? Are we looking at performance levels, or are we looking at the different dimensions? What are the categories in the columns? Same thing. Are we looking at dimensions, or are we looking at performance levels? Here, in your breakout groups, you are going to open these links and answer these 3 questions with your partner. So the first one you're going to answer is, what is the type of rubric? That means, what is it measuring? Then, what levels of performance does it show, right? What are the lowest levels of performance and the highest levels of performance? And what categories is it evaluating? And you can just make a list right here, okay? So you're going to do that 3 times. After each one, we'll return from our breakout room and talk about it, and then you'll get a new partner.